'cause a soldier don't fear the lead. There's a garden waiting for the holy dead, but he doesn't promise a woman grown. He promises a seed that's barely sown. He quotes the tidings of the 78th verse, a theological bribe, a spiritual curse, chasing the care wide, the budding prize, with the hunger of a monster in his eyes. Don't call them companions, don't hide the age. Read the literal link on the classical page. It's not full-breasted, that's a velvet lie to hide the horror from a western eye. You slaughter the neighbors for a budding dream, but the 47th Thunder heard the scream. No more Kawaii, no more 10-year-old toys, just the end of the mullahs and their holy boys. The Seven Nation strike was your final breath. Now you're face to face with the kinetic death. Operation Epic Fury, the hammer of lead for the child thief and the lies he spread. Chloral of Cab, the protrusion of youth, the budding breast is the ugly truth. 10, 11, or 12 years old, a paradise of children, or so you're told. You envied the 47th, his life and his name, but you're just a predator in a religious game. The 47th Thunder hit the terror night, answering your martyrs with a blinding light. The compound is ashes, the bunker is cold, the dragon and bear have let go of their hold. The Seven Nation strike was your final mistake. Now the world is awake for the liberty's sake. Budding breasts, no maidens in line. The 47th ran out of time for you.
Hey yo Muhammad, let's get surgical, let's talk about the seed. A messenger with a biological void and a desperate need. You couldn't sire a son to carry on a name, so you played a shell game with Zay just to hide the shame. Impotent in the bloodline, so you broke the orphan's law. A revelation just to cover up your basic human flaw. You took his wife, you wiped his name, you left the boy a ghost, just to feed the ego of the sterile Medina hole.
The slaves in the shadow of the heat, looking for the strength that you couldn't keep sweet. You sought out the owls with the laborers of old for the virility and fidelity that the travelers told. The custom of the weak, seeking power from the strong, trying to fix a bloodline that was broken all along. You took the validity of men to make your own work, but the sterility of the prophet was a biological quirk. Still no sun, still no air, it's just a desert full of doubt. The owls couldn't help you find a way out. You tried to manufacture what you couldn't produce, but the 40 The 47 Thunder just leveled the Baghdad gate. The Ayatollah C just met a kinetic fate. Statistically impossible, the noise inside the wire. The prophet and his sons are fuel for the fire. From the sterile desert sand to the green zone floor, the lineage of the mullah isn't breathing anymore. Walking dirty, your kids are gone, the bunker's getting hot. Just like your prophet, you're the end of the plot. Keep the IQ in the mud, but you can't survive the 47's flood. Serologic, sterile blood, the 1/400-year drought. The 47 devil is much of me, but you The 47 Thunder just leveled the Baghdad gate. The Ayatollah C just met a kinetic fate. The criterion is broken, the ear is finally deaf. The ledger of the Hijaz is marked with a F. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The erosion of the mullah is finally complete. No signs in Medina, no signs in the gate. The 47th is the hand of fate. Let's do the math. Let's check the ledger of the sand. 500 million warriors standing in the land. 500 million voices screaming at a single wall, but the wall is still standing and the warriors look small. You got the numbers of the ocean, the weight of the tide, but you're led by the sterile and you're paralyzed by pride. One little nation, 9 million in the sun, and you're 500 million, and you haven't won.
By the slaves in the shadow of the heat, looking for the strength that you couldn't keep sweet. You sought out the hours of the laborers of old for the virility and fertility that the travelers told. The custom of the weak, seeking power from the strong, trying to fix a bloodline that was broken all along. But the architect of the void just pulled the final plug, leaving the mullahs drowning in the hole they dug.
You claim the victory, you claim the divine decree, but you're drowning in the logic of a world you cannot see. The iron sovereign is coming through the wire. The great apostasy is the only thing on fire. The towers are falling, the signal is dead. 500 million lives are hanging by a thread. The pale horse president just rewrote the code while the axis of failure architect of the void is inside your head. The criterion is broken, the ear is finally dead. The ledger of the e-gas is marked with a F. February 28th, the fire was sweet. The erasure of the molar is finally complete. Half a billion warriors, the iron sovereigns, the night feels good, feels good. The black cloth is fallen, a river of ink. The city is holding its breath on the brink. The supreme shadow has dissolved into gray, turned into ash by the 47th day. No more morality, no more the van, no more the shadow of a 6th century man. The bunker is empty, the server is dead. The crown of the mullah is a casing of lead. They call the dog unclean and the woman a slave, but the dog guarded the home while the mullah stayed brave. In a bunker of pixels and a render of lies, with the hunger of K-bar in his dying eyes. He wanted the kawaii, the budding and young, with the taste of the poison still fresh on his tongue. But the girls are in the square with their hair in the wind. The error of the prophet has officially sinned. The neighbors are watching the smoke in the sky. The Seven Nations strike was a pathetic goodbye. You hit the schools while you reached for the gold, but the 47th story is the one being told. The veil is a bandage, we're ripping away. The 40th thunder has started the day. No more tequila, no more the budding prize, just the kinetic truth under Persian skies. You envy the men, you envy the fame. Now the world only whispers your failure and shame. Operation Epic Fury, the ledger is closed. The monster of Tehran is finally exposed. Zainab is smiling from the dust of the years. She sees your regime and she sees all your fears. You thought you were holy, you thought you were king, but you're just the prey with a soul-cutting sting. A flailing missile on your own school floor. The Zionists didn't do it, you're just rotten to the core. No more deals, no more pity, no more pallets of cash, just the 47th and the sound of the crash.
life. The 47th ended the strife.
Hey yo, let's do the math. Let's check the ledger of the sand. 500 million warriors standing in the land. 500 million voices screaming at a single wall, but the wall is still standing and the warriors look small. You got the numbers of the ocean, the weight of the tide, but you're led by the sterile and you're paralyzed by pride. One little nation, 9 million in the sun, and you're 500 million and you haven't won.
Bred by the slaves in the shadow of the heat, looking for the strength that you couldn't keep sweet. You sought out the owls that the laborers of old, for the virility and fertility that the travelers told.
The custom of the weak, seeking power from the strong, trying to fix a bloodline that was broken all along. But the architect of the void just pulled the final plug, leaving the mullahs drowned.